My great people, my kings and my queens, it's your boy, your friend, your guy, your pastor, Jew Joyner here. And I am so elated and excited to be connected with you on today. I'm not by myself. I mean, this gentleman has so many hit records that, I mean, I'm losing count on my fingers. And I'm gonna go give a few. God's Got a Blessing with my name on it. Jesus, I Love You. And this song, Emmanuel. I mean, sometimes we highlight Christmas, but you can sing that song anytime. I'm talking about the one and only Pastor Norman Hutchins. How are you, sir?
Blessings to you, my brother. I'm fine, well, highly favored of God, and it is a blessing to speak with you.
Man, let me tell you something. I didn't even get to finish calling out the songs that have just come to memory. I Really Love You, Battlefield. I mean, there's so many songs. Shout Like You Got It. I mean, it's so many songs that God has used you to put pen to paper. And I'm so grateful that there is another song that we have been playing, A Mighty Long Way. Tell us how you are doing and tell us about the new song.
Well, I'm doing great. Just relocated back to Los Angeles, California. And we are, of course, my record company is in Los Angeles anyway.
Okay.
And most of the artists on our label, and then not to mention my production teams. And so it only made sense, for me to move back. But the Lord has been good to us, and musically, our vision is to continue to keep, God's name glorious, in the kingdom and in the airwaves. And of course, the new single, A Mighty Long Way, my brother, let me tell you something. Every song has a story.
Yes,
as you know. But back in 2021, I was in the hospital for 3.5 months fighting for my life with COVID.
Oh, my God.
And many of my friends and pastors and co-laborers in the Lord, they all succumbed to COVID. And,
yes.
But after 3.5 months, God allowed me to come up out of that hospital and on my way to rehab, because, you're not walking after getting out of a bed in 3 months. You got to learn to walk again.
Wow.
And so as I was reflecting on the things that God had allowed me to survive, and I almost died twice, and on the ventilator, tube in my throat, and isolation, the whole 9 yards. And then the fact that I remember the first time I was able to walk back into church again. And that song became one of my new mantras. Is looking back, seeing how far God has brought us, and that's how that song came about.
A Mighty Long Way. Now, was this one of these songs that when you got to the pulpit, you just started, singing it, or was it something that you reflected on?
This song was birthed in the back of the ambulance transportation, taking me from the hospital to rehab.
Oh, my goodness.
The concept of it was birthed then while I was on that gurney. Wow. They had me tied to the gurney, taking me to rehab. And it was a 2-hour ride, too, because I was in Philadelphia. Wow. And they had to take me to Milford, Delaware, which was about a 2-hour ride. And so on that ride, man, I just, I was thinking about the days that the doctors came in and they didn't have good news for me. And sometimes they say you bleeding internal. I mean, it seemed like it was one thing after another. But brother, I promise you, after about 2.5 months, God turned things around. Somebody asked me when I finally came out, did you think you were ever going to die? And I said, no. And they said, why? I said, because when God is talking about your future, you cannot die in your present.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
I went in the hospital with some promises that hadn't materialized yet, so I couldn't die.
Wow.
No, because God is not a man that he would lie, and his word does not return unto him void.
and you are living to see his goodness flourish. Oh my
Yes,
God.
Lord. And that makes you want to run for him faster.
Yes, it does. Wow.
Yes, sir.
We're talking to Norman Hutchins, Pastor Norman Hutchins. His new single is called A Mighty Long Way. Pastor, can you tell us how the church is going?
Church is doing well. I turned the ministry in Delaware over to one of my assistants. We moved here in California, and of course, we're in the process of birthing Frontline West Coast in the month of June as well. And so we're just excited, about what God is doing in this season. I got a new book out. We're on a national book tour.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And, so what's the book about?
The book is called Father, I Never Knew You. It's a journey of forgiveness. I've been giving a testimony for years that, I started preaching at 8 years old, but by the time I was 9, I would preach at a church in North Carolina and didn't know that the pastor of the church was my biological father. But he didn't want people, apparently he never admitted to me, that he was my father, and we never had conversation. And but I did hear him tell someone that I wasn't his son. I was about 9 years old when I heard that. And so I didn't go back. Later on in life, he passed. I was like maybe 19, and I went to the funeral, and hundreds of people at the funeral. And I sat there and listened to them talk about a man who did so much for so many, but yet he disowned me as his son. But later that evening, the Lord started ministering to me and said, I can't change your past, but your future is brighter. Wow. And the Lord said, before I release the blessings of your future, you've got to be healed from the pain of your past. Mm-hmm. And so, brother, I went out to the graveyard and I stood at the foot of his grave. And I said, I know you cannot hear me, but I forgive you for not owning me as your son. And that day, the weight of the world lifted off my shoulders. And later that night, the Lord spoke to me again and said, I'm going to place men in your life to mentor you and to father you. In 1985, my mother passed. After she passed, I decided to move to California to go to Bible college and pursue my music. And I was at a church singing. On my way back to my seat, this gentleman gave me a card and said, give me a call. I looked up, it was Andre Crouch. And that's how I met Bishop Benjamin Crouch, his dad. He took me in like a son. I pastored a church for him for 5 years. So he was the first man. Then the second man was Bishop Charles E. Blake of the West Angeles Church of God in Christ. That's where I recorded my first major song, Press Toward the Mark. He became one of my spiritual fathers. I pastored a church for him for 5 years. And then, of course, I met Bishop G.E. Patterson. That's Gilbert Earl Patterson. You got to say it like that.
That's right. That's right.
And he became a major influence in my life. I used to preach for him at Temple of Deliverance. And so my point is, when my father did not own me as his son, and I forgave him at the grave, you see, I didn't die in the grave with him.
Whoa.
And because I forgave him, it released my future. And God placed 3 powerful men in my life. And I'm the man I am today because of that.
Oh, my gosh. What a testimony.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Norman Hutchins is with us, and we talked about his new single, but he had so much more to share. Where can we get this book?
Yeah, it's available right now, actually, on Amazon. Amazon, you can get his Father, I Never Knew You. We're on a major, major tour. And the thing about the tour is it's really free. If anybody's interested in hosting the tour, it's really free. We just need to give you the information. You can contact us and we'll give you what we call the commercial that explains everything about it. So if you're interested, the number to call for the video is 302-399-5100. And the reason why the tour is free is because we're on a mandate to share this story, because it's really about forgiveness, my brother. And it's so much. It's forgiveness, it's rejection, it's dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety. And all of these things can hinder you from being the best version of you. And it can also lock you out of God's best blessings for your future. See, what happened was my father was a dead corpse in the grave. But if I hadn't forgiven him, I would have been a walking, talking, living, breathing corpse.
Wow.
But because when I walked away from the grave, I left forgiveness in the grave.
My God.
It released
Jesus.
the blessings of my future.
Gee. Woo. My,
Yes, sir.
my. Oh, I got chills, y'all. My Lord.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that
Yes,
is
sir.
something else. Pastor Hutchins, what can we pray for you about?
Well, here's what you can pray with me for. We're birthing a new church here in Los Angeles, and we're going to actually be in the Long Beach area. And as you know, my brother, post-COVID, many people have just stopped going to church.
That's correct.
They've stopped going to church. And the other thing, too, it's unfortunate, but because of social media and Facebook and YouTube and all of that, people get to sit in the comfort of their homes and judge the church.
That's right. Absolutely.
And it seems to be that, a lot of chaotic things are going on in the kingdom. But what I thank God for is God still have those who have not bowed down to Baal.
Yes. Yes.
There is still a rainbow word. So keep us in prayer that God would connect us. I want to call it people that's hungry and thirsty for the authentic move of God, not a manufactured word from man.
That's major. That's major.
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes,
social
sir.
media contacts. How can we how can we follow you and stay in contact with you?
Well, it's the original Norman Hutchins, because man, you wouldn't believe how people will buy your own name,
Wow.
And then they want to turn around and sell it to me. I said, why would I buy my own name? And I mean, they asked me for thousands of dollars.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, the way around that is to put original, the original Norman Hutchins, and then of course normanhutchins.com. And listen, if you just type my name in, Norman Hutchins, in any computer, I didn't know I had a Wikipedia, to be honest with you, until somebody told me. But
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And then of course our national phone number that anyone can call to get any information is 302-399-5100.
Sounds good. Beautiful.
We got our new record company. We got some great music out. Bishop Listing Page singer from New Jersey.
Yes, Lord.
Man, I just released a single on him about a month ago. I got to get it to you if you don't have it. Maybe you do. I don't know, because we're distributed Dennis Cole.
Yes.
He made sure. Yeah.
Yes, I have it. I have it. Okay. I have the fire. I have the fire.
Well, man, then you already know what I'm talking about.
I already know.
Man, that record's already in the top 100 Billboard charts.
Wow.
Yes, and all he's doing is preaching the music. That's what I call it. Preaching the music.
Preaching the music. I love it. Pastor Norman Hutchins has been connected with us on today. Really appreciate you, sir. Always know that this platform is yours. Anytime you want to release anything, talk about anything, I'm a phone call away. We can go ahead and make sure that we get the word out.
Thank you so much. Well, we're going to do some business together because you're in the Virginia area.
Yes.
I got to bring the tour to that, the
yes,
book
you
signing
do.
tour to
yes,
that
you
area.
Do.
And we can connect and, do some promotions and advertisement with your station. Just to, as soon as we can find a central area, we can just find one pastor in that area that would host the book signing. We can give them all the details, but it's really no financial compensation on their end.
Okay.
Because we take care of everything.
I got a few pastors in mind, and so we'll go ahead and chop it up about that as well.
Excellent. Well, then you need to text me your cell number so I can send you the video.
Okay.
That way you can the commercial, because you can send in the commercial and they'll understand what is required and and everything. It'll be a blessing to the church.
I love it. I love it. We were talking to Pastor Norman Hutchins. The single is called A Mighty Long Way. And as you can hear, as you heard, he has so many other things that he's doing, that God breathed on him, and he is go ahead and just follow what God is already doing. And we're looking forward to some amazing things taking place moving forward from you. Pastor Hutchins, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. My only desire in life at this age is to die empty. I want to die empty. I don't want another dream or vision, purpose, or destiny to be in me. So when they view my body, I want them to say, there goes a dead, empty man.
Wow.
He birthed everything.
Ooh. I love it. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
And may God continue to bless you and use you in all that you do to keep the kingdom encouraged, inspired, and informed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Norman Hutchins, everybody. Y'all be blessed.